Just north of the Delaware Expressway and east of Broad Street, we find ourselves at Lincoln Financial Field in South Philly. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he probably wishes he would have sat on that one. Instead, he's only able to get this up beyond the 15-yard line. On the ground with Bigsby to start the drive.
And he goes across the 20 to the 22. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts.
Steps away to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's third.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
Here's Hurts to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Smith will come in motion right.
On first and 10, it's Bigsby.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
The Eagles hit 5-3 now on the year, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by Riley Moss.
And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions, can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
They'll run on first down. It's Harvey.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's second down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
This is 2nd and 8. Here's Nix.
Open man right side is Ingram. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it's 3rd and 4 now.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Up the middle they go. Harvey. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
Off the play fake, Nix.
Eluding the pressure right.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Second and 10. To throw is Nix. Over the middle and complete to Waddle. And the Broncos are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A great effort there.
His 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Broncos use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
Will Lutz on for the point after. And he's got it. 7-0 Broncos. Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he probably wishes he would have sat on that one. Instead, he's only able to get this up beyond the 15-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
2nd and 7.
Dragon 60. In your face.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
Forced out to his left. And he will find his man, Samuel. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 37 yards.
When teams practice their plays during the week, they're hoping that it's going to pay off on game day. So it sure has to feel good for them when they hit them during a game, and they hit that one there for big yardage.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 44-yard line.
They'll run it for the first time with Dameon Pierce.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
But you look at this Bronco defense.
And they're a unit that struggled some against the run, no doubt, coming in 25th out of 32 teams.
And this group talks all the time about wanting to be better, getting stronger against the run. And to me, it all starts up front. You've got to win the line of scrimmage in order to play against the run very well.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Now 2nd quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Heavy on the edges. Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky. Back, ready.
Hurts. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Field goal would have been a decent length at 55 yards. They keep the kicking unit on the sideline. They're going for it.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Riley Moss. And the Broncos are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on fourth down.
Well, those have been a problem for him all season, but never quite as much as they have in these last few minutes. Let's count it up now. A pair of picks on his team's last 2 drives and double-digit interceptions this season. I don't care if you're the best in the game or an undrafted rookie. You've got to take better care of the football, or you're going to cost your team chances.
Nix on first down.
Flushed out right. And his throw here's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Now a give right side. It's Harvey, and the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
How about the job there on the outside? Shed the wide receiver and was able to make the tackle on the perimeter.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down.
Now it's Nix. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
At first glance, I actually wasn't sure that he got it, but he ended up getting it by about a full yard.
He certainly did, but it took a little effort, didn't it? Took some nice push, a little crease inside, and some determined running to make sure that he got the first down.
Nix now on 1st and 10.
He finds his man, complete. That's Harvey. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
On 2nd down, it's Harvey.
Now inside the 25.
And he is finally taken down, but not before he gets it to the Eagles' 10-yard line.
58 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking in the 2nd.
Watkins diving. He's got it. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver.
Quez Watkins
With an amazing diving catch.
and the Broncos have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Lutz with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Here's a 2nd and 3 now from the 33. And Bigsby once more. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11. Throwing is Hurts. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Now a handoff to Bigsby. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls when you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. It hurts not coming to the sideline. They're going to go for it. They'll try and throw for it here. And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game. It's Devin White, the linebacker, and the Broncos will take over possession here up at the 44. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
Nix to throw on first down. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Nolan Smith able to record his 5th sack of the season. I think this defense, Charles, realizing the deficit they're facing, they're going to have to step up and make more plays like we just saw there.
Yeah, and those are the type of plays that can focus a defense because, as we know, they've had their trouble so far in this one. But they just proved to themselves that they can get to him, and I expect them to continue to bring that type of pressure in order to try and turn around their fortunes.
They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. 1 second, all that remains.
Get in the weight room. Slam, slam, slam. Watch your shit. Watch your shit. Hey, watch your shit.
A final shot before break. Nix flush to his right. And he'll just get rid of it. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Ready for the second half. 14-3 our score as we are back underway on EA Sports.
And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They'll start on the ground here on first down. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Throwing Nix. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Now a handoff up the middle. Harvey. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory.
67 yards rushing for him now to this point.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30.
Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver first down. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they establish that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. A first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
They'll go play action with Nix.
Going to throw deep for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted.
And the Eagles are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They go play action with Hurts.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Picked off by Reed Blankenship.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown.
And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. 49.
Play action. Here's Hurts.
That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 17 yards and a first down for Philly.
Here's a give to Bigsby.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him?
And now here is another interception.
Picked off by Reed Blankenship. And the Broncos are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years, but here we go. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Let's go. 60 Bison.
On first down, it's Harvey. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Here's a 2nd and 8. To throw, here's Nix. Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle.
And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. So they'll get nothing out of that play. And 3rd and 8 now.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
And now off to the races down the right side. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have them set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here.
63.
They'll set up to throw. Dancing to his left. Second and goal from the 1.
Now Hurts changing up the play.
Check. Crunch.
Throwing again on 2nd down.
Hurts.
And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter.
Hurts will throw.
And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away.
And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a two-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw with this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
94 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Harvey. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there with his second touchdown of the night.
And the Broncos add on to their fourth quarter lead, and they are on their way to improving to 8-2.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? Well, now if they wanted to, they could move the ball up to the 1 and go for 2.
Yeah, that's exactly right, because normally the ball's at the 2 when you go for 2. But if they want it now, enforce the penalty to the 1. But if they wanted to kick it, right, don't they just move it up 5?
Yeah, just move it up to the 10.
Right, move it up to the 10 if they still want to kick it.
Lutz good on the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this fourth quarter.
He's going deep for Brown.
And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
They're going to look to throw. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a 1st down.
19 tight. Watch the pass. Mike, check. 59.
They'll look to throw again.
That's complete to Shipley.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. How about a 39-yard pickup? They'll take it. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. A great effort there with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
And the Eagles have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Elliott good on the extra point. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a 3-possession game and all but put things to bed.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
On play action, here's Nix. He'll swing this out to Dobbins.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Off the play fake, here's Nix. Targeting Dobbins again, and he's got it again.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, 1st down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football.
Throwing on 1st and 10 is Nix. They'll find Dobbins out of the backfield.
So nothing doing there, and it's 2nd down. Up the middle they go. Harvey. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
3rd down and 10. Nix to the air.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown.
Jalen Waddle.
36 yards.
And the Broncos look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Lutz with the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
And my goodness, another interception.
Brandon Jones picking it off.
And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. There he goes, right side. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
171 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Harvey. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal. This defense, Charles, they have unraveled here in the 4th.
In a sense, it's like they're being pressed like in a basketball game, and they just can't get the ball over half court. I mean, no matter what they do, they can't get off the field. They can't slow them down. They're just going up and down the field against them. Yeah, unraveling would be a perfect word for them.
Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
On the run, this is J.K. Dobbins.
And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.